don't you? I rewrite the ending you changed.
On the scale, the scars sometimes win.
Yes. We've come out of the chaos between life and death, between existence and non-existence. There aren't any guiding traces, no visions of fate's hand. It's just you and me and our own grasp on what's to come. Compared to before, now what we see is yes, stretching as far as the eye can see, an infinite void. More vast than what I saw within you, or anything I glimpsed in the future. So this is what our changed ending looks like. No longer an indeterminate chaos, or a singular answer given by someone, but an infinite sea of possibility awaiting choice. It seems there's nothing, but in truth, there's everything. So this is the true meaning of a void. Now, it's time to leave this place.
Wait. Why is it only me? Where's Yuno? The way into chaos is closed. Lilibet's not here either. Did the ink ring fail? Or is it not over yet? But Yuno and I made it to the very end. Does this mean this is the new ending I created?
And you, unwritten one, were I to indulge in a bit of selfishness, you'd forgive me, wouldn't you? If one day this bracelet becomes meaningless to anyone else, I hope you will remain the exception, unwritten one. Even I fear being forgotten. Death that shouldn't have happened, traded for an unforetold victory. A fair deal. But perhaps in that distant future, forgetting might prove far easier than remembering. Never mind. In any case, you are not to return it. I won't let go. I don't want to let go. But be careful. Don't get lost in the caves. And I shall put my best foot forward as well. We shall meet at the very end.
don't see Lilibet anywhere. I'll ask those priestesses over there.
Don't you think it's odd? Even if we can't see the next part of Septimon's auguries, it still shouldn't be such a white blank.
Grandmother Lilibet also said that for the first time, some of her records in Septimon's auguries were Yes, it's like there's a whole new part to the story. Huh? Wait, aren't you the one they call the Unwritten One?
This is our first time meeting you in person. She returned not long ago. She was here just now. Oh, I think I know where she went. Underground. I don't know why, but things just keep happening today. Apparently, that Ovidius, locked up below, overheard the priestesses talking about some prophecy and escaped. Just like that. I think Lilibet must have gone to handle the situation.
No, that's not it. Ovidius wasn't being locked up. He chose to stay here. If he wanted to leave, Lilibet wouldn't worry about him. I think she was called away to the celebration. Ah, yes. I saw a girl with 2 blue, or was it black, ponytails. Grandmother Lilibet went to the celebration with her.
Ah, that makes sense. It must have started by now, then. Before the oration ends, Lilibet would definitely need to be there.
Do you know who Yuno is?
Yuno? I don't think I've heard that name before. Do you mean that's the girl we're talking about? Apologies, I didn't have a good look at her.
We've only just become priestesses. There is much we still don't know about this land. If it's important, perhaps you might try looking for her at the celebration. It's odd.
Grandmother Lilibet.
Who is that girl with miniatures?
Step right up, folks. Step right up, folks. Best refreshments you can get.
Come on over, toast! Let's drink till we drop!
We should just live in the moment and enjoy what we have now.
That's more like it.
Come, triumphant rain of petals. Make it even grander.
Didn't you tell me we would meet at the very end? Then why can't I find you?
I could hear your voice from a distance. You know! Wasn't that it? Seems like you're in an awful hurry to find someone. I thought you'd like this, us slipping back into our old familiar rhythm. Now you know I'm still me. It's just like you saw at the end of the chaos. 3 years ago, at the end of the spring basin swallowed by the dark tide. I, as a priestess... I was so done with just being dragged along by the moon's whims. So I defied fate, severed the path, and became the arrow that struck at destiny itself. After that, I lost the ability to see clear visions of the future. But in return, I gained the power to anchor the Dark Tide's creations. With that, the last prophecy I saw changed slightly. In a squad doomed to fall, one survived. Aurelius. If I can do it once, then I can do it a second time, then a third. Perhaps one day I can overturn more destined futures. Since fate didn't prepare a hero of heroes, we decided to eliminate the need for one by taking on the disaster at its source, the Sovereign and the Paradise. This is the plan Augusta and I made, though I did hide the teeny tiny cost. Anyway, all the Septimontians who were supposed to die are still alive. The end I once foresaw has changed. The meaning of this has already transcended my own existence. So then, even if every trace of my existence was erased, who can say that the altered fate I left behind isn't proof of my existence? More importantly, I had the privilege of standing by your side to witness what lies beyond the end. The void. An unwritten void. Perhaps it signifies the unimaginable possibilities yet to come. Just like you, bringing unknown possibilities to Septimont. And to me. Why? Sacrificing myself? Or just trying something I'm not sure about? Come now, you know me. I follow my whims. And the more I trust someone, the harder it is to keep my impulses in check. I'm not one to make promises I can't keep. But I'll promise you this. If there is a next time, you'll be the first to know.
Just spin me back to your gravity.
And when I do, you'll get the full story, no holding back.
Every galaxy, tighten your grip. If you doubt it's a dream, let my pulse speak for me. All my pains are gone when you're near.
I've run into a few friends since being back. Not one of them recognized me. Guess the memory of the you-know they once knew is just the price we had to pay. But at least, you still remember me. You pulled me from the chaos and brought me back to existence. That's enough. Oh, I'm certain Augusta and I... Oh, yes, and this bracelet. This is the second time I've given this to you. Never mind the first time, but I wouldn't refuse a second time if I were you. Being the second time means there's been a change. Now it's a testament to our secret little interaction. I've anchored the world, and you've anchored me.
Suddenly the sky has no limit. Are you real? Will you stay? Shall we slow down our pace? Let this feel
As for any matter pertaining to me, what you saw in the chaos and what transpired, do not breathe a word of it to another soul. Understand?
To find you once more.
Bashful? Hardly. If you blurt it out, it would cause quite a stir. All that explaining would be too much hassle. Besides, to them, I am quite the anomaly. If the truth came out, the first reaction would be shock. Well, then again, this is a perfect opportunity to start anew.
Let me through abyss of chaos. It is too surreal for
In Septimont, it would be a crime to miss the height of the celebration.
just spin me.
After fighting side by side, we share honey and wine under a rain of petals, drinking to our heart's content. Surely you've heard of this little tradition of ours, haven't you, unwritten one? Come on, let's go. Together. To be drenched in those rose petals that smell of glory and triumph.
All my pains are gone when you're near.
Long time no see, Raguna. Can you smell that? Sweet old Margarita's restaurant. Come on, come on! Let's go stuff our faces already.
Let's take care of important matters first. You'll eat well soon. I promise.
Yeah, I know. We're here to find Cardathea. I still can't believe Tethys couldn't unlock the Sentinel's relic we found in Septimont.
At least now we know it's called a civilization capsule. It probably holds key legacy data left behind by the Sentinel.
Like some ancient data recorder, right? But Tethys said to unlock it, we'll need the Leviathan's power. If it's really from the Sentinel, why do we need the Threnodian's power for that?
Maybe because they fused together at some point.
Oh, well, guess that's why we need to find Cardathea. Maybe she'll know a workaround. The Black Shore is warned that the waters in Raguna are acting weird again. Gotta be extra careful. And you know, something feels off in the city, too. It's not as cheerful as when we left it. Since when did you get all poetic?
Amid howling winds, rising storms, and ghosts adrift, I heard the captain's call.
your fate to plant the seed of your highest hope and watch it bloom into tomorrow.
Captain, why do you burn alone in your own flames?
If you do not first become ashes, how will you rebuild? Embrace your fire. Embrace your grief. Go into your solitude. I love those who dare to create, who strive to transcend. For in doing so, their old selves are destroyed. Yes, so they might reach the shores of a new life.
To journey onward is perilous. To stand still is perilous. To look back is also perilous. To tremble and falter is perilous. Now, I begin to understand what truly makes a hero great. It is to stand before humanity's deepest sorrow and its highest hope.
Oh, how I love those whose souls remain rich and vast, even when wounded, even when the smallest risk could spell doom. They leap without hesitation into the unknown. Should you stand alone, suffering in the endless dark, today, may you hold fast to every last ember of courage and hope!
Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by fools, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Where am I? That was Christophora's voice just now. Is this another one of his illusions? Buling's bronze mirror isn't responding. Abby. No answer. This isn't like what happened in Septimont. I guess I can only keep moving and find out why.
Amid the endless cycle of surging tides, she plunges into fate's swirling maelstrom once more. Soon, she will wear a new crown, one ordained by fate, never to be defied. Her fate was written long ago. What remains is but a fleeting moment of stolen peace. What you see before you is fate itself. And now, with every step you take, you stir the tides into motion. Is it fate that rules over man, or man who commands fate? I await your answer to this question.
What is this place? Through me, walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me, enter the city of eternal bliss. All who enter must first forsake all hope. These tacit discords, why aren't they attacking?
Harbinger, open the gates of paradise for us.
You'd better leave. This place isn't leading to any salvation. Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Rover! Rover?
We could try this. Nightmare Awakener.
Oh, you're finally awake! 1 second I'm fine, the next, my head's spinning. And you're face down on the ground.
I'm fine. What I saw, though.
Sounds like the same thing happening to the people here. From what I've heard, many Raganesi have been having peculiar dreams lately. Even some of our troop members, too. The details vary, but they all end the same way. The fall of Renacida. And it's not just in Dreamland, either. Rover, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there have been strange rumors appearing across Renacida lately. Even in Septimont, folks claim they've seen tacit discords not of this land in the wilds, or the ghosts of their ancestors.
Thanks to all these oddities, the mood in Raguna has gone sour. The troupe performed today because Brant thought a new play to lighten the mood might give the people some hope.
But here's the odd part. Only Renacidans seem to be having these dreams. Visitors are spared. The same should be true of you. We'll keep gathering intel on our end. Might be worth asking around the city to see who else has been experiencing this. Renacida's tides don't lie. Watch your back.
What were those tacit discords whispering about? The gates of paradise? And the word harbinger? Could they mean the harbinger of the dark tide? The only harbinger of the dark tide is Fenrico. But he should still be sealing the dark tide at the orders for Bricatorium. That figure I saw in Cardathia's murder. I came back to find her, so I should look for her first. She might know what's at the root of all this. Is that Cantarella up ahead?
Rover, what brings you back to the inverted tower so suddenly?
Something's come up. I need Cardathia's help to deal with it. Did something unusual happen here?
I've only just arrived. For now, everything appears to be in order. I didn't come because of any disturbance. There are matters I, too, need to discuss with Cardathia.
Cantarella?
How could this happen?
That woman.
Leviathan, I will deliver you her death.
Why does this scene match what I saw in that dreamland? Her tacit mark. Look, it's flickering. Cantarella, she's...
No. Something's wrong. It's strange. I can't sense any frequency from her, and yet... she is still resonating with... something.
A resonator's frequency is usually gone when they die, right? This doesn't...
There's something even stranger. Cantarella, you never did get to say what brought you here.
Cardathia reached out to me with an urgent matter to discuss. She gave no details, only insisting that I come at once. With the strange phenomena stirring across Raguna, I feared it might be linked to the Dark Tide, or Leviathan.
Was what I saw really just an illusion? I saw this. Her death. Exactly as it's happening now. That woman. She was using dark tide energy. Could she be another harbinger? Whatever the case, we need to find the one who did this. I want answers.
Leave Cartathea to me. I'll bring her back to the Phasalia estate and keep her safe. The rest, I entrust to you.
This nose? I could track the dark tide blindfolded. Let's follow the stench and hunt down this killer. That's weird. The trail ends here, but... my head's starting to spin again.
It's the dark tide's energy messing with you again. You can rest. I'll search the area. Abby. Asleep already. That drowsiness should have worn off by now. Another side effect of the dark tide? Since leaving the inverted tower, Raguna's sky. What happened to it?
Spear of glory! Pierce through! Slipped away again. By this spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil.
Avidius? What are you doing out here?
What any gladiator of Septimont is born to do. Hunting. But you, Your Grace, you vanished without a word. What brings you back in such a hurry? That's a long story. Let's speak of more pressing matters. Are you after the Thundering Mephis as well?
No. I'm tracking someone else.
Silver hair and violet eyes, cloaked in cursed shadow-lit flame. So you seek the one they call Discord Slayer.
Discord Slayer. Sounds like you know something about her.
Yes, she's on my radar. I suspect the recent tacit Discord outbreak in Raguna City is tied to her presence. Your Grace hasn't heard. It struck not long ago. I had gone there in search of the Quill Bearer. While gathering information, the city was suddenly overrun. To be precise, they looked more like spawn of the dark tide. The outbreak has since been contained, but the Genesis Nexus was damaged. Without it, common echoes can't be used, and Raguna is no longer secure. The Montellis and the Order agreed to evacuate all civilians to Alvarado Vault, where private echoes can still be deployed. It's the only way to protect them.
A TD outbreak. Right after I left. But while I was there, I didn't even sense a ripple.
The Thundering Mephis has fled. The path ahead is safe.
Thank you for your help, Gladiator. Alvarado Vault isn't far from here. We can handle the rest of the journey.
Now, about the Discord Slayer you seek. The townsfolk shared some troubling whispers. She may call herself that, but witnesses have seen her alongside swarms of Tasset Discords, leading them like troops into battle. What's more, many have confirmed that the unrest across Raguna coincides exactly with her appearances. The time and place match perfectly. I even crossed paths with her on the road to Raguna. I sensed a malicious frequency we both know well. The Dark Tide. Of course. Even if she didn't cause the outbreak in Raguna City, the connection is undeniable. The Dark Tide is Rinasita's ancient enemy. If you're hunting her, allow me to join you and lend my aid.
Do you have any leads on her whereabouts now?
If I'm correct, the Thundering Mephis we encountered is also a Dark Tide creation. This frequency it left behind, we can track it, and from there draw out the Discord Slayer herself. To that end, we'll need this.
An anchor stone. You brought that all the way from Septimont?
A habit picked up on the hunt. You're no stranger to its use either, Your Grace. Looks like I'm fortunate to be hunting alongside you again. Take note. Enemies ahead. Dark Tide creations. Grant them the oblivion they deserve.
Hopefully this helps.
Wind rises!
Keep it together. Last chance.
Will face judgment!
What a hollow existence. Who scripted your delusions?
You mentioned you left Tetragon Temple to search for the Quill Bearer here in Raguna, right?
I grew weary of waiting. When I heard rumors of his presence in Raguna, I came to find him myself. No trace of him yet, but I've learned this much. Here, no verses were ever penned about me. The Ragunesi know not my name, past, nor the prophecy I once carried. Here, I am a completely blank page. If my former existence was just a fabrication, an idea of some hero of heroes crafted to Septim, then perhaps here in Raguna I am free to write my own story. Free to define my own existence. Free to create a reality of my own. This matters more than finding him. I will break...
Your fate is what you want it to be. No one else could decide who you are. No one has the right to dismiss your efforts and dreams with some absurd idea of destiny. You'll find your own truth. I know it.
You honor me. I hope to prove worthy of that belief.
Wind rises! Tempest of slashes. Annihilation!
The anchor stone is holding strong. Let's push forward. Our destination is up ahead. Is that an entrance to a paradimensional tacit field? Raguna's geographical records haven't documented this. Do you feel that? That ominous energy? Huh. The anchor stone confirms the thundering Mephis is hiding here. Very well. I stand with you. Whatever comes, you have my sword.
What happened? Where's Avidius? We crossed inside at the same time. It's the thundering Mephis.
Open the gates.
So you just valuing without thinking.
That voice. Discord Slayer. Is this her trap? Another illusion.
Focus. You are in an illusion. It's weaponizing your combat muscles. Steady your resolve. Do not let its whispers sway you.
Pain and hallucinations are fading. Is she helping me?
Good. See that cocoon in the center? Thundering Mephis is just there. That right there is the core of this domain. Destroy it. Then the monster and this illusion will unravel together.
Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds!
It worked. But... who are you? And what did you do to Cardathea?
Now is not the time for stories. But I'll tell you this. I'm here to kill the Harbinger of the Dark Tide. To stop a greater calamity.
I can't hear her voice anymore. The time to leave this place.
Rover! Are you unharmed? You vanished the moment we entered the Tacit Field.
I'm fine. So it's gone? Ophidius, did you see anything after we got separated?
The thundering Mephis was nowhere in sight. But I did observe a peculiar figure. I couldn't see his face clearly, but I heard him call himself Caligula. Caligula was a tyrant feared throughout Septimon's history. Notorious for his cruelty that defied reason, the world remembers him as the Mad King. Legends say he wielded a vile black resonance energy, and the worst calamities ever stirred by the Dark Tide all began with him. He didn't fight it. He embraced it, commanded its abominations, bent them to his will. In the end, the people rose against him and struck him down. But not before he left a curse. I shall become the very history and memory of Septimon. So long as fear lingers in your hearts, I shall return.
The power to command the Dark Tide's creations. Only a Harbinger could do that. That Discord Slayer said she's hunting the Harbinger to stop a greater calamity. If that's true, then everything happening across Raguna might be tied to the Harbinger. She pulled me from the illusion. If she's the cause of this chaos, why help me? This isn't making sense. Harbinger, who are you, really?
Rover, traces of the Dark Tide's frequency still linger where the power-dimensional Tacit Field collapsed. The Anchor Stone is useless now. The signal is blocked by some sort of spatial layer.
Augusta said the Dark Tide spoke to her when it swallowed her whole. Maybe I can learn something that way. My telepathic ability should give me a way in.
Telepathy? Your Grace is versed in many arts. I don't doubt your abilities, but this is the Dark Tide. Reckless contact could... I don't want to see another tragedy like what befell Septimon.
We're falling behind. The Discord Slayer knows far more than we do. We need to find her. And fast. I'm not letting any lead slip past us. I can't see anything. I'm only getting jumbled voices. Focus. I should be able to hear something.
Okay, everybody listen. Don't panic. Take the lift. It will bring you to safety.
The prototype echoes in the depositories. Activate them all.
Those voices. Zani and Carlotta? They're in Alvarado Vault. The Dark Tide creations could be appearing there.
It's currently sheltered.
Wind, guide me.
Zani, status of the evacuation.
80% of Raguna's residents have been relocated. But the troop of fools hit a storm while ferrying people from the Riccioli Islands. Rough seas out there.
Trust them to see it through.
Miss Carlotta, we've cleared the depositories as ordered, ready to receive incoming supplies.
Good. Renacita's greatest treasure has always been the people who built it. The next Cloudpather Express is due at any moment. Be ready to offload.
Understood, ma'am.
Rover! If you mean the incident in Raguna, you've likely already heard. A horde of tacit discords has overrun the city, and common echoes are out of control.
Evacuation here is still on track. No anomalies detected in Averardo Vault. Yet. Your assistance is appreciated, Seravidius. The residents from Egla Town have all been accounted for.
I am simply fulfilling my duty.
Strange. I clearly sensed the Dark Tide's presence around here. So why does everything seem normal?
Gunfire! We've got intruders.
These Tidespawn, they've evolved fast. Mutation? Or... And sure enough.
Entering a restricted zone armed without triggering a single alarm.
Be careful. Her abilities are not normal.
All this by her hand.
Fiction and reality are starting to blur. Don't put your faith in appearances. That is what they really are.
The Dark Tide can corrupt, and you carry its power. What proof do we have this isn't your doing?
You don't. Believe whatever you want.
By the sacred statues of the divinity, evil shall know no peace. Only the righteous may taste eternity. Wickedness shall be purged by the blade, and those who consort with calamity shall fall. Galbrenna, demon wrought from ruin, you are not welcome here.
Fenrico? Why would he be here?
You have slaughtered my flock and ushered in ruin. The Sentinel's wrath is already upon you. I will cast you back into damnation myself before your carnage spreads any further. You should be howling in the Styx's depths, your soul aflame in the pit's cruelest fire, forever.
If you're offering me a shortcut back to hell, I'd honestly appreciate the favor.
Your heart holds no reverence for the divine. Only desecration and scorn. Demon, your sins are ripe for judgment. By the highest will's command, I shall strike down all that you have wrought. Justice shall be done.
She could have dodged that. But she took the hit to shield a civilian. And Fenrico. He knew innocents were here. but didn't hold back at all.
Righteous One, I come to cleanse Rinascita of a traitorous demon and avenge the blood debts of my people. Why raise your blade against me? Rinascita teeters on the edge of collapse. Now, more than ever, we must uphold the tenets of unity and salvation. The path to deliverance lies within the civilization capsule. Entrust it to me. By the authority bestowed upon me, I will open the gates to the divine paradise.
Unless you're not Fenrico at all. Who are you? What do you want?
Bloodshed cannot be avoided. Blood must pay for blood. The path born of injustice must be fortified with further transgressions. My goal is pure, singular. All I've done so Rinascita survives the divine reckoning and rises as a land free from sorrow. No understanding is needed, only faith. When all hope seems lost, we are the beginning and the end. The absolution and the grace. Hand over the civilization capsule.
So, the civilization capsule is your goal after all. Lost your patience, have you?
Death is the fruit of transgression. To resist it is to defy the will of the divinity.
You and your divinity cannot end me! And these dark tide shams. Today, you face your reckoning.
I am the Enlightened One, anointed by the divinity and crowned by fate itself.
Ah, so you're the core of these abominations. Took long enough to hunt you down. Still pretending that mask isn't cracked.
Mocked by fate, whispering poison, a demon reviled by all. You wield the Dark Tide's power, yet you dare judge me?
It's too bad I'm not the one judging. If the Dark Tide's power isn't enough to convince, how about we try this? The envoys declare the guilt, but Imperator is the only true judge. By the light of Imperator, repent!
It's the light of Genesis.
Looks like the judgment is clear. These hollow existences don't need your mercy. Protect the civilization capsule. That's what they're really after.
How were they able to disguise themselves as humans?
I've never heard of any possessing such ability.
fangs are bared now. Don't hesitate. Let's end them all.
The 1 minute in the primus is the heart. Take it down, and the rest will collapse.
It's calling in more of them. We'll need to clear the rubble while waiting for our shot.
That which cometh from the sea shall walk upon the land. It shall do great wonders. Mark the flesh of its faithful. All who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Swift and resolute. Bad timing. No hesitation. Hope the hour is upon us.
My compliments. Surrender. Still recognize me? You will yield.
Ovidius, you have received the blessing of my master. Serve your true divinity.
I shall never back down! Rover, now!
Another dimension. Within the civilization capsule. But why does it open up now? Was it when Ovidius and I made contact?
Permissions detected, Arbiter. First instance initiated. All probabilistic futures now revealed. Outcome verified. Blueprint compiled. Advancing to phase 2. Arbiter, this moment was always foreseen. Now, it comes to pass. Arbiter, I grieve to say, I am but a message set to activate in response to the presence of an initiator. Time in this place flows near still. A moment remains for us to speak. When I merged with Leviathan, it seized a fragment of my mind, and with it, a trace of my power to separate. I knew not the fullness of its design. As a safeguard, I split elements of my core data into this space. The civilization capsule. It records the origin and birth of the Rinnesetan civilization, preserving their most ancient memories. Once, we drafted the first blueprint for these seaborn kin. Now, I have entombed it here. Arbiter, heed me now. Let me unveil Rinneseta's beginnings. In the beginning, life rose and fell with the tide. displaced and wandering, did follow my guidance. They journeyed unto the archipelago. There, I did leave knowledge and technology, that they might walk the path to freedom.
Your light blesses us. We follow your will.
To build our republic. Unity became the bedrock of civilization. But Leviathan seized upon mankind's longing for unity to manifest civilization's shadow. It spoke in my name, built false miracles, forged hollow grace, feeding on stagnant, obedient minds.
We are blessed by the sea. By you, we are unified. By you, we are born. From the sea we came, and to the sea we shall return.
From the founding of civilization, it had invaded their spirit and beliefs. I rose against it, only to unleash the dark tide. It scarred Renacita beyond measure. I began to question all I had done. The Threnodian did steer Renacita's fate. And I too once guided Renacita's course. In truth, we were no different. We both sought to mold civilization after our own will. Those who truly walked the land were never granted the right to choose. Civilizations abound with Threnodians. No eternal solution doth exist. Have I the right to choose their fate? The shaping of a civilization must belong to its people. Only the people can decide where their future must lead. What followed, thou already knowest. I allowed the Threnodian to exist. I chose coexistence, using myself to shackle it. I partook of its blight, that I might comprehend it. Once, I did seek thy counsel. Thou granted me the freedom to choose.
I just have one question. Why did the civilization capsule need the Threnodian's power to open?
When Leviathan and I were one, I split a sliver of its frequency. A memory. That memory I sealed here. The capsule was ever meant for thy hands. My design was that it should open only in the presence of thou and the Resonator, bearing both my power and that of Leviathan.
What if that Resonator became the Thenodian's puppet?
If that came to pass, then Renacita hath already fallen, and the truth within this capsule would cease to matter. But if she standeth with humanity, then this truth is hers to know, and thine. Leviathan was born from the dark side of mankind's longing for unity. Their fear of the sea shaped its likeness as a great sea creature. Even at civilization's dawn, it had already tainted mankind's hearts. A primeval shadow lurking within the soul. The opening of the capsule shall stir the Renacetan's oldest memories. Leviathan shall seek, through the blueprint we created, to lay if the Renacetans wouldst walk a path free of divinity, they must face their past and the most primeval fear. They must overcome the shadow born of civilization. Arbiter, the hour of farewell hath come. Go now, gather every last hope. If all unfoldeth as it should, Renacita shall be free of divinity henceforth. When the shadows of the soul are at last dispelled, Renacita shall welcome a true dawn, and humanity shall have a future beyond any I could foresee.
The true faithful believed in Imperator. So too did Imperator believe in humanity.
You killed the Blessed Maiden before my eyes. Raguna's disasters are tied to your actions. Now, tell me what I need to know.
If I told you I acted to save Cartethia, would you believe me? This place is protected by Imperator. For now, Leviathan can't hear us. This is for you.
Righteous One, trust her, and trust me. Everything we've done is to defeat Leviathan.
That is her frequency.
I need you to accept this. Cartethia is dead, but she may still return. For that to happen, we need to kill Leviathan.
Kill Leviathan? Didn't she absorb it when they merged?
Now, Leviathan is on the verge of rebirth. It stole some of the Sentinel's power. During your battle with the Blessed Maiden, it split off a trace of its frequency and hid it in a gem. I'm sure you've seen it. That gem ended up in the Fraxidus' hands. Their whole play in Renacita, use it to bring back Leviathan.
So the Fraxidus has been incubating the Thenodian. How long has this been going on?
Perhaps longer than we can imagine. Even your clash with Kartetia may have been scripted. A setup to give Leviathan a shot at slipping the Sentinel.
You know about that? Just who are you, Discord Slayer? I can't imagine Kartetia keeping something that important from me.
Think of me as what I am. An Avenger hunting Leviathan. As for the rest... The next Harbinger of the Dark Tide has surfaced. Until we can find him or her, we keep this quiet to avoid the worst-case scenario. Our first priority is to find them. If we don't, the Dark Tide can overwhelm Raguna again at any moment.
You're saying this Harbinger is behind all the Dark Tide creations we're seeing?
Not all. The Harbinger resonates with Rinasita's darkest emotions. Those emotions act as anchors, pulling horror into form and speeding the Tidespawn. If the emotion is strong enough and the Harbinger is near, those things evolve. They feed off the Harbinger's thoughts and memories to become more real. Some even start to look human. You've noticed it. The Tidespawn in Raguna are starting to mimic us. Which means... Exactly. I've always hunted the Dark Tide's creations. Each one shares slivers of thought and memory. I kill them, and I take what they know. They've been watching you. They want the civilization capsule. So, I followed you. Tracked your movements. Figured if I stayed close, sooner or later I'd find the Tidespawn's core. Maybe even the Harbinger. The capsule only unlocks with both the Sentinel and Trinodian's power. And it opened the moment you and that gladiator touched it. So...
You think it's Avidius. But you carry the Dark Tide's power too.
Caution is a virtue in a hunter. You're right. The Dark Tide is in me. But Leviathan stopped counting me among the living a long time ago. And this power, it's mine. Who I turn it against is my choice. You're welcome to try and stop me. But me? I'm not stopping this hunt anytime soon. When calamity strikes, I trust you'll know exactly where to point your blade. Good. Then hunt with me. Until we give Leviathan a death worth talking about. Loud, messy, unforgettable. The Sentinel's frequency is gone. I guess the time for talking is over. Leviathan's power is spreading and this space is about to collapse. We need to find a way out.
These things. They're all Tidespawn.
The civilization capsule was tainted by the Dark Tide. That's how I got in. Followed the corruption straight through.
So you can enter the Dark Tide. No wonder we couldn't find you.
Yes, but the frequencies there are chaotic. Who gets the bullet? That's your call.
Our hunt never stops.
The exit is at the end of this wind trail. Stay on it. The collapse is accelerating. Our way out is closing fast. Faster! We're almost there!
Rover! Good. Looks like you haven't run into too much trouble. It hasn't been long since you disappeared into the rift. Once that thing masquerading as Fenrico was slain, the other Tidespawn didn't last.
That was the last one. With the family's private Echo arsenal backing us up, we held the line just fine.
Surely you didn't think we'd fall apart without you? We Aragonese are made of sterner stuff than that. We handled those creatures just fine.
This Phalian Beringal. When the core was destroyed, the other Tidespawn lost their form. For now, the vault is secure. At least, until the next wave spawns. I'd set up order terminals around the perimeter, though. They'll detect humanoid mimics and prevent new Tidespawn from forming here.
Might I ask?
Where's that gladiator from Septimont?
Seravidius made it out of the rift before you. But he didn't look great. Kept muttering about needing to stop the crisis, then off he went, like a man on fire.
Give me your hand. I left a mark on Avidius during our fight earlier. With Baelor's power, I can tap into his sight. We'll find his trail.
I must move quickly.
Silence, you maddening whispers!
No. I'll be damned before I accept a fate like that. There must be something left I can still do. I won't let the same tragedy happen twice.
He's headed for Thessalio Fells.
We've lost contact with Cantarella. The beacon on her end appears to have been destroyed.
Dark clouds are gathering over Thessalio Fells. Something is definitely wrong.
Very well, we'll hold the line. Zani, call in the family's transport echoes. We'll assist Rover where we can.
Don't complicate things. Put those echoes towards supply runs instead. Stay close. We're taking the sky route.
Manipulating the air to form a wind trail. Is that your resonance ability?
One of them. I have the tacit discord harpia within me.
Not an echo, but a tacit discord itself. So you can absorb them directly.
You can say that. Valor is one of many.
One of many. Now I'm really curious about you and your abilities.
If we live through this, maybe I'll tell you. But right now...
We need to find the Harbinger. Do you know how we can identify them?
First things first, they'll be corrupted by the dark tide. But the signs aren't always so visible. We'll have to look for associated side effects, and prepare for what they might bring. We've entered Thessalio Fells. I can already sense the tide spawn up ahead.
That's a Phasalia member. We need to help him. Leave it to me.
It's Rover. Take the Sentinel.
What happened here?
Dark tide creation swarmed without warning. We were overrun before we could...
Never side. Thank you. Lady Cantarella is still on the front lines fighting. Would you please help to reinforce the position?
It's too late, my lady. My mind can't be fixed. Save your potions for those who still have hope. I only beg. Don't let me die a monster. Don't let me become Leviathan's puppet. I see it. The end times. Paradise. Descending at last.
Rover. She is. Why are you with her?
The Phasalia bloodline's ties with Leviathan run too deep. Their ancient fears were the first to be awakened. This is the true horror of the evolved dark tide. It feeds on human despair, warping that frequency to form tidespawn. Your family's antidote can still cure those lightly infected. But for those whose corruption runs deep, like him, their frequencies cannot be reversed. All we can offer is the dignity of dying as a human.
My lady, don't let me burden those who still have hope.
Matriarch of Phasalia, I understand the cruelty of such a choice. If you cannot strike the final blow, allow me.
Physalia blood must be ended by Physalia hands.
Thank you. May glory return to the Physalians.
The dead rest. The living march forward. The Physalia will never forget its fallen sons and daughters. Cartathea remains secure in the Physalia estate. But the divinity's statue began whispering in our minds. Then came the Tidespawn soon after. It was Leviathan's voice. Something has awakened it.
It's very likely Avidius. Right now, everything is riding on us finding him.
That Septimontian gladiator. Our scouts saw him advancing into the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Lady Cantarella! Rover! Reinforcements have arrived! Thessalio Fells. It's already... Attention! Deploy all acolytes to set up temporary resonance beacons. Scattering the light of Genesis will hold back the Tidespawn.
Acolyte Phoebe! A cluster of Tidespawn is marching towards the depths of Thessalio Fells.
Rover, Avidius is our mission.
I'll use my forte to defuse the family's antidote. It should help to mitigate the Dark Tide's influence.
We'll triage the wounded and fortify this position. The Order's acolytes will clear a path for you. Please, you have to stop this.
Whether the Sentinel comes or not, we are their will made flesh. We protect Rinasita.
O light of Genesis, shield us. As we were at the dawn, so we stand today, as the Sentinel soldiers.
The Order's acolytes are holding off the other Tidespawn. This is our chance to go straight for the source.
It's you. Forgive me that you have to see me like this. When the civilization capsule opened, I was dragged inside. A black frequency took hold of me, swallowed me whole. I saw Rinasita's beginnings and the memories of so many of its people. I saw him too. Caligula. His face was like mine.
He was my past and the future I am meant to inherit.
Leviathan used the Dark Tide's frequency to force those memories into him.
Yes, I once said that I would write my own story, define my own existence. But after I left that space, I suddenly felt the Tidespawn's movements. They were converging on Thessalia Fells. I still wanted to do something, anything to stop the devastation. But once again, I stepped blindly into the churning river of chaos. The Thessalia's oldest memories awoke ahead of time. Because of me. Countless Tidespawn emerged in my wake. I tried to drive them back, but I overestimated myself and was corrupted by them. My hopes and dreams, all of it was real, so why? Why did it all come to this? From Septimont to Raguna, the blame lies with me. Perhaps this is the fate I could never outrun. Caligula's fate. It's calling to me.
Damn it. His mind is being consumed by Caligula's memories.
This is the role fate wrote for me. Fate decrees I become the Mad King. So why? Why should I reject its crown? I am the one who glimpsed fate itself. And now, I will reveal it to the world. But who can truly know the mind of fate? That is why I will become it. I will wear its face. That foolish divine mask no mortal can comprehend. I am the king, bearer of extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides. I shall quiet the waters and still the tempest. I shall be crowned in glory with the blood of the old king.
Avidius.
Unwritten one, I have no need for your pity. From the deepest dark, I rise against your purest light. Let us see which is worthy of a true ruler.
If you believe he was once an honorable gladiator, then fight him. Make him remember who he truly is.
I can write my own fate and rewrite theirs. I can quench their hunger or ignite their fury. I will tear down this wretched, false world and ride the only truth that endures for eternity. Death.
The wicked will face judgment. I am the Tempest! Wind rises!
You can't escape me. I'll show you.
gates of hell! I once scorned the weakness of others. Now I see. My own heart trembles just the same. How pitiful.
The attacks are slowing.
His will is stirring within the dark tide. Don't let up! Your memories, your emotions, they weren't all lies. Reach for them. Find what was your truth.
That time.
The wicked will face judgment.
Gotcha. Behave now. By my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate.
Scorched Deviant. Remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
I am human. Not one of these monsters. This will be my final glory.
Phidias, remember who you are. Remember the man you wanted to become.
If you keep going, the dark tide will swallow you completely!
I know. It's... These false frequencies need me to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I'll show it who's the real boss. It may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't believe in it.
A memory left behind in the dark tide. She's right. In this war against fate, I still have a move to make. I want it to be a story that gives people hope. By my spear, I vow to protect my allies and crush the hearts of the evil. I will absorb all of the Tidespawn. Kill me and the calamity ends here.
Phidias!
There's no time! Discord Slayer, I saw your past in the tide. I know what you seek to do. Take my power and finish it. That, too, is my wish.
I promise I will. Give me all your bitterness. We will make them pay.
Pathetic as he was, in his final moments, he outran his fate. Now, why greet our reunion with animosity? Before the tides of fate, we are all but players on a stage. A truly moving scene. A pitiful, doomed soul struggling to reclaim his fate in the final hour. Alas, his script was written long ago. In this scene, he was always fated to exit. A lie told often enough becomes the truth. Weave memory, history, experience, and you can craft a man who exists in the minds of others. But to become truly real, that path was still far off. I merely gave him form, a mask of flesh and blood, fit to walk the world. In the end, the breath that could give him life was his alone. Oh, a being born of lies, grasping for meaning in a world that offers none. Such a pursuit demands the courage to question the meaning of one's existence, yes. It demands pain. Did you not see? I did. His intentions, his ambitions, his darkness, his weakness. To lay a soul bare is not always an act of cruelty. Humanity is fate's plaything. I simply showed them the strings. I lit the fire, the hunger that might ignite their free will. Through contradictions and conflicts, pain brings metamorphosis. Tragedy breeds transcendence. Only then may a soul rise beyond itself and touch the gates of immortality. Should you still insist on my cruelty, well, high praise indeed. At the very least, it proves this story has stirred your pity and fervor. That alone earns you the right to read through to the final act. Go then, to Septimont. The curtain is drawing. There I shall rewrite Rinasita's fate, with the dark tide as my ink. Will you suffer in silence beneath fate's poisoned arrows? Or rise to defy this world's endless trials? I, too, await your final answer.
You brought ruin to Rinasita. You think you're just walking away?
Ah, my stage lies elsewhere. In this scene, I am but a herald. But since you're so eager, I'll leave you with one final clue. I've never had much fondness for overwrought dramatic irony. The dark tide has already tainted the civilization capsule. It no longer requires the Threnodians' authority to be opened. Just a single drop of the tide's nectar will suffice. So tell me, how could an existence born of the dark tide ever serve as its anchor of reality? Be forewarned. When dark waters recede, the truth beneath the surface shall come to light.
Harbinger of the Dark Tide is the anchor of reality of all Tidespawn. That means it must be a real, existing person. When I was absorbing the Tidespawn, I felt it. Avidius was also born of the Dark Tide.
Then, why didn't the Light of Imperator reveal his true form?
Because his intentions and words were real. He may not have shone as brightly as the sun, but in walking beneath its light, he still caught its glow. And that unshakable resolve not to become a pawn of the darkness, even unto death, that created his own truth. That's why he played right into the Quillbearer's hands. A scapegoat, the perfect sacrifice to bury the truth. All his noble wishes were twisted. Such cruel irony can rot for all I care.
Avidius shouldn't have had to bear such a fate. I will carry on his fight. I'll keep writing the story he believed in. The story that gives people hope.
Yes. As he wished. We must stop the greater tragedy that's coming. Let's return to Cantarella and check on the wounded. If Avidius wasn't the Harbinger, that means we missed something. The Tidespawn have fully retreated. The situation around Thessalio Fells is improving. Seems like the Order has already
I'm so scared. Oh, it's you! The great hero, Rover! Cantarella told me stories about you. She said you're just like the heroes in the adventure tales. Brave and determined. But you can't save everyone.
Don't go. Don't leave.
Cartathea?
Mortals need salvation. Mortals need unity. Righteous One, open the Ascendant Gates for me.
This world doesn't belong to you, Deviant. Chimera! How are you feeling, Rover?
Stand down. I said, stand down. Fall back.
But, Lady Cantarella, we all saw it! Just now!
Enough. I told you to stand down. You've withstood the whispers before. Will you forget your loyalty to your comrades in the face of fear?
I'm sorry, Lady Cantarella and Rover. We lost our composure.
Leviathan is a master at finding the cracks in one's spirit to tear it asunder. Go do what you must. I'll handle this.
Certain emotions between you and the others resonated. Your tacit mark opened a portal, pulling you into another illusion. That portal fed on your presence to spread malice and fear. But before it could fully take shape, I broke into your illusion and shut it down.
I saw Fenrico, Mia, and Cardathia. They all passed through that gate. What exactly lies beyond it?
That's the realm Leviathan created. The journeying paradise. Avidius was Cristoforo's decoy. He planted that decoy in Septimont for years. When the waters recede, the truth shall come to light. Rover, you are the new harbinger of the Dark Tide.
Cantarella went inside to prepare that antidote. She should be finished now. Time to find her.
This is the family antidote, made to suppress Leviathan's spiritual corruption. Take it now. As long as we can identify the problem, there's a way to fight back. You carry the Sentinel's power within you. That's keeping the corruption at bay for now. What's left are the hallucinations and whispers. I've learned about Leviathan's current state from Galbrenna. The Thessalias have resisted the Threnodian for a century. Its whispers aren't undefeatable. We will defeat it.
Leviathan needs a harbinger with enough influence to spread its gospel. You're the laureate of Raguna and the hero of heroes in Septimont. That's more than enough to be its first choice. Your path overlaps with Avidius. The Tidespawn are shaped by the Harbinger's thoughts and memories. Neither the Thundering Mephis nor the Phalian Beringal are native to Rinasita. So...
You once said the Harbinger had to be corrupted by the Dark Tide. But I still don't show any signs of corruption.
I suspect the one corrupted might not be you.
The Dark Tide, huh? I ate some back at the hunting grounds. it tasted kind of funky. It made me super sleepy. Ever since then, I've been having the weirdest nightmares.
Abby does carry the Dark Tide's frequency.
Abby must have absorbed many other frequencies. So while the Dark Tide's frequency lay in wait, it was masked by the others. It makes sense. You two share life and energy. As the primary in this bond, your frequency has been overriding Abby's. Leviathan planned for this.
Rover? Did I do something wrong?
We made a call when it mattered. I asked you to absorb the Dark Tide. We couldn't have known what it would become. You didn't do anything wrong.
I see. Well, I can go hungry, if I have to. But you better not get hurt.
The real threat is Leviathan. If we want to end this for good, we kill it and destroy its paradise.
From what I know, Leviathan manifests its kingdom by flooding Renacita with the Dark Tide. That's how it turns the real world into the journeying paradise. But we've already secured Raguna and Septimont. The Fabricatorium and the hunting grounds are both stabilized. So why is this paradise still there?
Everything you've done has slowed down or maybe even sealed off some of its pathways. That's why Leviathan is resorting to its final plan. This so-called divinity is more devious than humanity realizes. The paradise you saw is not of this world. It stands within the Dark Tide. Matriarch of Physalia, you have guarded this truth for over a century. Now, we need your insight.
I couldn't see the truth until the Threnodians' whispers finally quieted. Only then did those ancient records, once twisted beyond recognition, begin to make sense again. Leviathan was born from the shadows in our hearts, from our longing to connect and belong. It took the shape of a sea creature, because nothing frightens us more than the deep. It used faith to spread a spiritual plague. All the while, it has been feeding on our pains, fear, despair, sorrow. Our ancestors believed Leviathan survived by absorbing these emotions. Little by little, it burrowed into Renacita's collective unconscious. They said the Dark Tide is that subconscious made real, an ocean of shared trauma. That's why they called Leviathan the Master of the Deep.
I heard them. All those voices in the Dark Tide. And before I touched the gate, I felt it. Fear. Sorrow. Like it was pouring out of the people.
The stronger the conflict, the deeper the emotion it stirs. That's what shapes our memories and subconscious. That's why the playwright kept forcing Renacita into conflict. Every tragedy, every struggle, it wasn't random. It was all to keep feeding Leviathan. The end times are drawing near. The Ragunesi cling to hopes of a blissful afterlife. Septimontians have long believed in another world that begins after death. Leviathan may have drawn from these subconscious beliefs, aligning with those desires to fabricate a false future and afterlife within the Dark Tide. The illusion of the journeying paradise.
If that's true, once the people's belief in the end times reaches its zenith, their consciousness will align entirely with Leviathan's vision, like Gilberto. and the others who were fully corrupted.
Its power of assimilation will grow stronger, until the line between imagination and reality vanishes. The journeying paradise will descend upon the world just as before. When it does, every soul in Rinascita will be unified under its control. No thoughts, no will, just blind devotion. No different from the Tidespawn. You saw it in the illusion. It cast aside the Sentinel's form and took on Cartetia's. That means the first step in her plan is complete. Leviathan is still watching the real world. Because of the mark of the Dark Tide, it can read your thoughts. So for now, we can't share the full plan with you. But you must have sensed it by now. Your connection with Rinascita runs deeper than I. You're not just the harbinger of despair. You've become so go. Gather every last flicker of it. This is a hunt, yes. But it's also more. To take Leviathan down, our belief has to be unshakable. If there's doubt in your heart... For now, the Dark Tide in Raguna is under control. And I think I figured out what it plans to do next. Before the bells of Paradise ring, I'll buy you time. When you're ready, head to Septimont. Just like the playwright said, when the moment comes, everything, fiction and reality, past and future, will converge there.
Keep moving. Stay in line and follow instructions. No dawdling. I promise, we will return soon. Well, well. Is that you, Unwritten One? So you did decide to grace us after all. I thought maybe you'd forgotten about us. Did you come straight from Raguna?
I did. Has it begun here too? I see you're starting evacuations.
An unannounced high tide. But that term doesn't even begin to cover it. No signs, no patterns. The Dark Tide's spawn are surfacing at random, even outside the city of Septimont. It doesn't make sense. The Earthrend Wedge is still holding back the Dark Tide at its depths. At any rate, Augusta's already led a team to the Sanguis Plateaus to investigate. As for me, I'm helping out here. Someone has to stop the panic from turning into a stampede.
It's not just Septimont. Raguna has been hit too.
I see. Raguna too. And Avidius. He never bent a knee, never played by the rules. Why is it that fate always strikes hardest at those who dare to defy it? I'm just a helpful, ordinary person now, helping the temple with the evacuation. No more restraints from the Tetragon, no prophecies. I admit, I've never felt freer. It's just... The last prophecy ended with, the dark tide will erupt and engulf all of Septimont. After that, nothing. And with this abnormal dark tide behavior, people are starting to fear the end is upon us. Nice thought. If only more people shared your hope. But in the face of something this vast and unknown, fear is only human. We can't blame them for trembling. Aquila, any word? The dark tide has been spotted at the Three Heroes' crest. Bad. It's the highest point in the Sanguis Plateaus, well beyond the Blight Cloud's reach. They call it the Three Heroes' Crest for the three heroes of heroes who once stood there. Many believe their blessing has kept it one of the few sacred places the dark tide cannot reach. If even that place isn't safe, we need to see it with our own eyes. But Septimont still needs us too.
Worry not, Honored One. The Senate will oversee the evacuation. Please, go assist the Ephor. We may lack your strength, but we will not stand idle. We will do everything we can to hold the line.
We were born in Septimont. Resistance runs in our blood, and we were raised beneath the shining legacy of heroes. You think we'll sit back and let ruin claim us?
We're counting on you, Honored One.
I hate to admit it, but the current Senate's grown a backbone. Cowards wouldn't last long working under Augusta anyway. Come on, Rover. Let's find her.
Traces of the dark tide are everywhere.
The tide spawn always shows up where we least expect them, and never slow down. Our warriors are stretched thin just trying to hold the lines. Even though the common echoes here don't depend on the Genesis Nexus, they're still breaking down due to the dark tide's corruption. Don't wear that face. There! The Three Heroes' Crest. Looks like they just finished a battle. Let's pick up the pace. You fought beside Augusta before, and you once led the battle to defeat the Sovereign. Your presence will rally them.
Look! It's Rover! The Honorable One!
My fellow warrior, you came! Feels like just yesterday we were fighting side by side in the Colosseum. And now look at you! Hero of heroes and all. Didn't see that coming.
Rover, your arrival is appreciated.
Oh, let me introduce you. Augusta, this is...
You know. We know each other. Recover.
Never mind that. Didn't I say before? Never underestimate...
It is strange. From the moment we met, it felt like we were cut from the same cloth. Like we'd known each other before. She might seem unmoored, but...
All right then, Augusta.
What's theoretically? The dark tide, but this time, nothing. No blight cloud anomalies. No frequency fluctuations near the Three Heroes crest. We always knew the Earthrend Wedge was a stopgap as we continued to search for a permanent solution. But this eruption without warning defies everything we thought we understood. We repelled the first wave and set up an anti-corrosion ward using anchor obelisks. Have you discovered anything?
What? But... I thought the Sovereign's death would sever the root cause of the Paradise's descent. But Leviathan's rebirth... This is a whole new thread of fate.
The Fraxidos. Always scheming in shadow. Its wicked ambitions know no end.
Your Excellency, another outbreak. Tide spawn heading straight for the camp.
Leviathan won't spare us any time to breathe. It's been too long since we stood shoulder to shoulder in battle.
Warriors! The battle horns sound once again. Let those who defy Septimont tremble at our fury and fall before our valor!
Wind, guide me.
Tide spawn dead ahead! Let's cut him down in one clean sweep! It's always a blast fighting beside you, my fellow warrior.
Another horde inbound. They're not letting up.
They're heading straight for the anchor obelisks.
We will stop them.
One with the sounds. finale. Rend this slumber. You will obey.
Now watch closely. On you go. Nowhere to hide. Answer my call. Praise me. Future. Reshaped. Wane. Present your offer. Is this me, or have they slowed down a little?
Your Excellency, the target's in the remaining anchor obelisk now.
But the gladiators guarding them. They haven't recovered from the last wave.
We split up and reinforce the rest. Stay sharp.
Bad timing. One with the sounds. None shall whisper. Clean them up.
We've cleared our Sector 2. Regrouping now.
More tide spawn at the southwest base point!
Ugh, trying to wear us down one flank at a time, huh?
They're closing in on the obelisks on our side.
Wait. Something's off. They're striking at weak spots in the formation. Since when did they fight with strategy?
Leviathan. It's directing them.
The north flank! Hold the obelisks at all costs!
If I release this attack, the whole obelisk around may fall. It's testing me, seeing if I'll trade lives for victory.
So, this is where we're needed, right? Time to help reclaim those obelisks. The north flank's ours. Let's give them a grand show!
The Montellis greet you. We will secure this side.
The poison Leviathan leaves behind, allow the Thessalians to cleanse it.
Phew! Made it this time! I've got this side covered! By the name of Imperator, we'll protect the obelisks here!
Let's deal with the mess first. Plenty of time to catch up after.
One obelisk remains on the northeast.
I'll take that one.
You have my thanks, heroes from afar. May your names be etched in eternity. This battle is not over yet. Let's end this together!
I never thought I'd see the day. Fighting side by side with the Order of the Deep. Onward, comrades! We're not about to shake Septimon now!
I've heard of the Montpellier-centric constructs, but seeing that kind of firepower up close.
It's all as monstrous as this.
He's absorbing the tide spawn! What kind of power is that?
Taste my resolve! Fate, reveal. I shall bear with.
Nightmare! Break asunder!
Answer my call! Honor to my friend. A worthy opponent.
What is that in the center? An opening. Something inside is sending them frequencies to recover.
Tide spawn is still hiding in there, ready to strike again. Damn it! There's no end to this.
We won't last much longer at this rate.
The entrance is open. Now's the time.
What are you doing?
What I always planned to do. Hunt the Trenodian. The moment I jump into the dark tide, the tide spawn will retreat to defend. That's when you seal the anti-corrosion ward. Trap them in one stroke.
Jump into the dark tide? Are you out of your minds?
More precisely, into the journeying paradise. The suffocating despair you see. It's a gateway, and Leviathan's sanctuary.
You're saying Leviathan built the paradise inside the dark tide?
That grand city you glimpsed within it, it wasn't a hallucination. It was real. Paradise's first form. Everything it plotted fell apart. With no other choice, it began spreading the gospel of its paradise by force. And that gives us a chance to kill it. Right now, it's trying to break the Earthrend Wedge's seal and drown all of Rinasita in the Dark Tide. But that's not its true goal. It feeds on our terror, on despairing frequencies. That's what fuels its rebirth and its paradise. We must strike at the root, kill Leviathan, tear down the paradise it's built. If not, it will descend upon Rinasita, just as it did here, at the Three Heroes' Crest.
The paradise won't fall unless we can reach it. How exactly do we do that?
The living can only enter the journeying paradise once they've been corrupted by the Dark Tide. Even then, one of you must go in first to open the way for the rest. Inside, there's a spatial anomaly. Whoever goes first must use the Sentinel's power to break through it, then find a waystone to create a connection for the others to follow. Augusta, you buried the waystone yourself, but it's been corrupted. Only the Sentinel's power can purify it. Take it. Leviathan's eye is still on this place, so I'll say no more. I trust you'll understand what's left unsaid. Once I'm inside, I'll draw its attention. That'll buy you enough time to prepare. Good. All locked and loaded. Now, if you'll excuse me, someone's got to teach the Dark Tide some manners.
Huh? No! Hold on now!
And you, Rover. If your resolve is true, be ready. When the time comes, I'll guide you to paradise. See you all in hell.
Retreating to the center. They're all inside the ward's perimeter. Augusta!
Now activate the anchor obelisks!
We did it. But what good is that? She just rattles on, doesn't even check if anyone's really listening, and then dives headfirst into the Dark Tide.
The journeying paradise lies within the Dark Tide. I do not... Rover, we've set up camp near the Three Heroes' Crest to keep watch. Let's head back and rest for now. There must be a way forward. Once we're back, we'll gather all of Raguna's heroes and plan our next move together. The nature of the Dark Tide and Leviathan.
Rover, you're here.
Regarding that, I think it's best you hear from them directly.
Loud and clear, Rover? So, all available bloom bearers have arrived in Renacita. We're standing guard at Averado Vault, and Booling is already en route to reinforce Septimont. When the Threnodian blindsided us in Jinzhou, we ate some dust. But this time, the Black Shores will show the world who we really are. We've already synced intel with Raguna, and time's short, so I'll make this a quickie. We've drawn some key conclusions about the Threnodian in Renacita. The Threnodian is a shadow of civilization, formless and immortal. According to Imperator's judgment, it can't be erased entirely, only shackled. But the one you're about to face is different. The Fraxidus used the Threnodian's gem to resurrect him, and that created a crack in the shell. Tethys believes that with Imperator's power, he might be able to split the gem from the Threnodian and stop Leviathan from fully reviving. If you can extract the gem, Tethys can tap into a Sonoro's infinite expansion to lock that thing down for good. One more thing. Back in Jinzhou, Abby proved capable of absorbing Threnodian's frequencies. This means, in theory, it could act as a temporary host for the gem. But know this, the Threnodian Leviathan is rooted deeply in the minds and souls of Renacita's people. Only then should we face it. At Raguna's request, we've teleported some of our strongest resonators to reinforce the front lines on Three Heroes Crest. So, leave the civilians to us. We'll keep them safe. As for combat power, I called in some insurance. Never hurts to play it safe. Don't worry,
Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers!
So you don't have to
unleash the fans.
In any case, you just focus on driving your blade straight into Leviathan's heart. We'll be Renacita's last line of defense, and we'll be right here waiting for your safe return.
If not for the Black Shore's aid, we would not have arrived so swiftly, or with such peace of mind. This disaster has swept across all of Renacita. We Raganese won't cower behind Septimont's walls, nor will we sit idle while the dark tide ravages your lands. Septimont has long stood as the vanguard against the tide spawn. This is your battleground. We'll follow your lead, Your Excellency. Just say the word.
Thank you for your trust. Though Septimont and Raguna have drifted apart over the years, in the face of such calamity, we stand together as one for Renacita. There is no need for formality between us. Leviathan is the source of this chaos. If the Black Shore's plan can truly seal it away, then perhaps the storm it unleashed may yet be stilled.
That Discord Slayer spoke of a connection between the Wastestones. She must have meant the Anchor Stone's ability to resonate and link with another. If there's another Anchor Stone inside the Dark Tide, that connection could open up a path for us.
When the Dark Tide swallowed me, I did leave an Anchor Stone behind, but... how did you know that?
Not important right now. The real issue is that the anchor has been heavily corroded. To reactivate it, we'll need to purify it using the Sentinel's power.
Even if we take another Anchor Stone with us, its power alone won't be enough to pierce the spatial anomaly inside the Dark Tide and open up a path.
You'll need this. A dying martyr entrusted it to me.
The first relic, infused with Imperator's pure original power. That light once drove back the darkness across Renacita.
Most of its strength was spent purging the dark tide beneath Raguna. What's left can only shield one person.
And someone will need to carry it in first, to reach the Anchor Stone and reactivate it. I'll do it. As a captain, navigating through uncharted waters is second nature.
I'll go.
I know how to resist the Dark Tide's corruption.
The Phasalia family potion grants resistance, and I've endured its whispers for long enough. I know its tactics. Let me face this.
We don't even know where this Anchor Stone is. Finding it may take time, and your potion might wear off before you reach it. But I still carry the Sentinel's power. I can hold out longer than anyone. I have to be the one.
This relic holds all that Primus once felt. His fury, sorrow, obsession, and resolve. I see that same resolve in you. Take it.
Lady Cantarella, how many of your family's potions remain?
You're asking if I can brew enough to carry all of us into the journeying paradise. If we're ready to face Leviathan.
So, once that Anchor Stone is activated, the path should be clear, right? Great! Then would you do us the honor, brilliant Lady of Potions, and get us there?
Rover, this is Renacita's fight. It is neither your duty to shoulder it alone, nor our desire to see you do so. We will not have you face the Threnodian alone. If facing Leviathan means being corrupted by the Dark Tide, then so be it.
The priestesses foresaw this. The Dark Tide will erupt and engulf all of Septimont. If that is our fate, we must meet it head-on.
I'll go first. I'll enter the Dark Tide, activate the Anchor Stone's connections, and hold the path open for the rest of you.
Meanwhile, we'll hold the line at the Three Heroes Crest. The Tidespawn aren't the only threat. The Fraxtus might still have their hand to play.
Once the anchors are active, we'll take the potions and follow.
Renacita will not falter just because a few of its leaders are gone. Its people will rise. We'll meet again in the Paradise and end this together. Leviathan will fall.
Rover, we all understand the burden you carry. We are grateful. We'll continue to monitor the dark tide. When the moment comes, we'll move. Until then, prepare and rest.
That visitor from Huanglong, he must know something about Fenrico. If the lantern came from the Fabricatorium, then what's happened to the dark tide sealed beneath Laguna's seas?
You're here, harbinger of the dark tide.
Who are you? How do you know about this?
Choyan. The capital sent me to retrieve a fugitive and gather intel on the Thrunodian's resonator. I came searching for Raguna's blessed maiden. He was tied to the Thrunodian, knew the truths of it all in his final moments.
So,
his ambitions and his crimes were buried in blood. That's how the relic reached your hands. Think no more on it. Think only of what's ahead. Death is a cheap way to pay for transgressions. He knew it wouldn't be enough. Listen. Every harbinger of the dark tide, Fenrico, Mia, the rest, they all met the same end. Death.
I accepted this long ago.
You've already been touched by the dark tide. Even the Sentinel's power cannot reverse it.
That's why we're not arguing over who goes in first. Anyone else would just suffer longer.
You've been resisting the Thrunodian's corruption this whole time, suppressing your resonance ability so Tidespawn wouldn't surface. Everything you said was just to hide the truth. Deliberately. You're prepared to walk into death alone.
You traveled so far just to honor a dying stranger's final wish. I'll ask for...
The dark tide rejects outsiders of Renacita. But you're different. I'll do what I can. I'll hold the line here. You do what must be done. When you're truly prepared to die.
I never act with sacrifice as a given. Not even my own.
One last thing. The magistrate of Jinzhou asked me to send her regards. The people you helped, they're still waiting. Farewell.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future. Leaving. I will be there for everyone.
Status report.
Frequency is stabilizing. If you're going in, this is your best window. Remember that stretch of chaos we once crossed? If Leviathan has shaped this world through the dark tide, expect something similar. Shifting sands, obscuring fog, every step a gamble into the unknown. That Discord Slayer, Galbrenna was it? She's bound to the dark tide. If she dared to hunt the Threnodian, she must know how to navigate its depths. Once inside, find her existence in the chaos. Reunite with her. She'll guide you forward. You catch on quickly. I believe you know what to do. Immerse yourself in her rhythm. Feel it, understand it. Find a trace of her within the chaotic frequencies. And when you find her, don't let her go.
Rover, keep your wits about you once you're inside the dark tide.
Don't worry. I'll stick with him every step of the way.
Just remember you're not going in alone. When the time comes, we will be right behind you. If you are ready, step forward. May the eternal sun light your path, and may each step bring you closer to victory.
There's actually a whole other world inside the dark tide. It kind of feels holy somehow. Huh? Feels a bit like chaos, but colder and creepier. Like something's whispering to me. Anyway, let's focus. Like Yuno said, if we do what we did back in the chaos, we can anchor to Galbrenna and find her, right? Let me remember. Something about anchoring to the memories, feelings, and connections in the chaos. But the problem is... Galbrenna's always like, whoosh, she's there, and then whoosh, she's gone. Doesn't really say much either.
In life, chaos. In death, silence. A stillness veils the teeming multitudes. Glory is washed clean in suffering's tide. The hesitant shall not return. The timid shall not pass. Tell me, little lamb, whence do you come? And where does your path lead?
Is that creepy guy again?
Little lamb, your hostility pains me. I came to aid you. You wish to anchor to her. A simple task. Surely you've heard. The dark tide preserves memory. Her past is scattered through its depths, tangled in the currents like fractured glass.
Then we'll just go find them ourselves!
The dark tide mirrors the chaos of the human mind. Shifting, twisting. A fleeting thought, and the path ahead may vanish beneath your feet. Leviathan lurks in the depths of this world, building its kingdom, bending this place into its image. This place is molded by the journeying paradise's frequency. A vision of perfection, unmarred by flaw. But behold, the dark tide's true face. A world of hatred, fear, and despair. The world your kind calls Hell. Leviathan merged paradise and hell with its power of assimilation, cloaking rot in radiance. Yet the mask is flawed. The paradise is incomplete. These twin worlds bleed into one another to create spatial anomalies. Countless souls caught between light and shadow, adrift without rudder or self. Lured by false hope, they stumble into its waiting arms. Not yet. Save its light. I will guide you. Walk with me through this wasteland. If you wish to see her, then walk her path. Endure what she endured. You will hear despair's screams. See the dead beg for death. Watch souls willingly burn in cleansing fire. What is? Are you afraid? We share an enemy. We need you. Her plan is bold, but an unwanted frequency has mingled into the dark tide. I know not who it is. This path will prove less smooth than she hoped. But for now, come, little lamb. Open your eyes, sharpen your claws. It's time we journey into the underworld. The flow of time here is slower than in your world. We have plenty of it. Be patient, little lamb. I shall keep watch over the outside.
Is that Galbrenna up ahead?
I won.
Did you see that? That resonance ability? Can a child really wield that kind of power?
She'll be a force to be reckoned with. Perhaps even rise to challenge for F4 one day.
Damn it. I was so close. If it hadn't been for the difference in our resonance ability, I could have... What did you do to get that kind of power?
My power? It's always been there. Since the day I was born.
Born with it? How unfair. I can't take it. I trained harder, endured more, bled more.
I know. You're all stronger than me, and all worthy opponents. Oh, but please, you should tend to your injuries now.
Are you mocking us? People like you, born lucky, never understand what it means to struggle, to fight for your strength.
No, I really meant what I said. They are stronger than me, in body and in spirit. So many here are. They just don't have the same resonance ability. Why? Why was I the only one gifted with this power?
For those who cannot stomach defeat, even sincerity tastes of cruelty. Fate is never fair. It bestows gifts without reason. Whether blessing or mockery, mankind must learn to carry it with grace.
So, she is from Septimont. Why did she leave? And why has she stayed away until now? Her resonance ability was bright and radiant back then. Now it feels different.
The curse of the Dark Tide. Had she returned untempered, with curse still unclaimed as gift, Renacita would have burned for her folly. A fitting fate, don't you agree?
You claim to stand against Leviathan, yet you speak so coldly of human lives. Whose side are you really on?
The two are not in conflict. Many a mighty alliance has thrived on loathing alone. And I am a tacit discord, a devourer and killer by nature. My allegiance lies only with myself. We each take what we need. She too accepted my gift. Left to her own strength, she would have fallen long ago. Do not be so eager for answers. Go live them. Feel them instead. She carved a path through this underworld for you. But the true danger does not lie in shadow. It hides in the light. Leviathan toils endlessly to bring its paradise to be. I was right about you. Beneath that calm shell beats a heart that burns for battle. Congratulations. Perhaps you have heard of the great dark tide that swept through Septimont 16 years ago. It swallowed her whole. Once touched by the dark tide, a human's resonance ability and frequency are devoured, piece by piece.
I was just in Oak Hollow. Where am I?
Because the Dark Tide loved you, but you rejected its gift. Now, it will consume you instead. You could have risen above us all. With your gift, you might have been...
Honestly, I never understood why I was born with this power. You and so many others. You that... I've asked myself again and again, what does it mean to be strong? You once told me that real strength comes from the heart, not from outside. And someone else said... She said real strength is meant to protect. The dark tide twisted me into a monster. People ran from me. So no, I won't accept this gift.
Well said. My frequency is nearly gone. Looks like I'll never get the chance to surpass you now. So take what remains of my strength. Live on. Live for me. Live for all of us.
But why give this to me?
You're not completely lost yet. You still have a chance to escape. More than any of us. And this is our wish.
Within the dark tide lies fate itself. No one can escape the net it casts.
I always knew you, quiet as you seem. If someone struck you down, you'd rise up and strike back twice as hard. I didn't want to admit it before. The fire in your eyes, it doesn't lie. So live with pride, head held high, free and unbound. Live for us and prove to fate that it can be defied.
Curious creatures, humans, always resisting fate, entrusting all their hopes to a single soul, just to prove they will not bow to destiny. Yet her power was corrupted. Back then, she was weak, as powerless as a little lamb to be slaughtered. Each step forward was a gamble with death.
But she still escaped.
She was born through death. Come, let us walk on.
The traces end here. There's no path forward.
Leviathan hides its message in another dimension. The Sentinel's power you bear. Its hour has come, little lamb. Use it to sever the worlds. Reshape what is. If resistance comes, let that power be your blade. A journey into the abyss allows no return. It is a path ordained. To rise, one must first learn to fall. Ah, I remember when her resonance ability was corrupted by the dark tide, she fought with nothing but instinct and flesh. She clawed through monstrosities until she stood before me. Her frequency was nearly consumed. How rare a mortal here. It shall gnaw upon thee, slow, ceaseless.
The dark tide devours everything.
To claim a divinity's power is to invite divine.
It's already flowing inside of me. So why can't I turn it against them? Why can't I? These false frequencies need me to survive. If this power doesn't want to listen to me, then I'll show it who's the real boss.
Thy own kind wished for thy survival. Yet thou wouldst risk it all.
So I can truly live.
To seek a life true while death surrounds thee. Absurd.
Then I'll show you. By living. No matter the pain, humanity can live through it. With pride. Heads held high. Fate. It may be loud, but I don't think it's that strong. I don't believe in it.
To wield the dark tide against its spawns. Fascinating.
Within the dark tide lies fate itself. None can escape the net it casts.
Carry our strength and our final hopes. Live with.
Human flesh remaineth ever feeble. Yet this is indeed. I shall give one final push.
You helped her escape the dark tide.
You are free to see it that way. But I made no vow that my boon came without a price. Still, I never did grasp what she meant.
If you can't tame the power you carry, you'll only be dragged along by it. She carried the same will.
Beyond my understanding. But mark this, without her defiance has drawn divine attention. Though she escaped, the tide spawn still hunt her. Her fate will catch to spare Renasita further calamity. She fled to distant lands, but she was clever. Learned to track the movements of tacit discords through the dark. But men seldom listen to a girl who bears a cursed flame. 'Twas easier to believe she brought disaster. Some even said her flames were from Galbrenna, the legendary tacit discord.
So, Galbrenna was originally a tacit discord's name?
A fiend of ever-burning flame. A monster who spread fear and hatred across the land, luring humans into the fire. For she borrowed that name and saved many in its guise. But her one mistake was her weakness. And that the dark tide saw no more after she escaped. So, I will tell you the rest.
The flames! She's Galbrenna! The flame demon! Time is running out.
Disguised as Galbrenna, use their fear to drive them out. But alas, this time, the true Galbrenna had come. So long as hatred burns, Such frequencies shall nurture her rebirth. Run, as you always do.
Chimera, give me your devouring power. If I can consume her, I can end her rebirth.
You dare bargain with me?
This is a threat. Without me, you die too.
You would not dare.
Hunt with me or die with me. Your choice.
You know the cost.
Then before that, I'll tame you. But for now, that undying demon will fall beneath my blade! This name is now mine.
To wield this cursed fire with sanity, you will suffer considerable pain. Is it worth it?
Let's go. The hunt continues.
To consume that flame demon, she surrendered more of her frequency to me. Thus, our pact was sealed. All that I consume, she inherits as strength.
So, she became what she is by endlessly feeding on tacit discords.
A pact always has a price. Should she fail to feed me fresh frequencies, I shall feast on her soul, piece by piece, till naught remains. Weak tacit discords are but tasty morsels. Only the strong may stand beside me. If she would grow, she must hunt true to crave unorthodox power, yet cling to her humanity. 'Tis a savage clash of wills between her soul and theirs. And should her will falter,
you'll devour her frequency. Be reborn through her.
I helped her once broken vessel with my own frequency. Enough to survive the dark tide. This...
No. It was the souls of those humans who saved her. You just saw an opening in her broken frequency and slipped in. Admit it. You just wanted to escape the dark tide.
I do not deny it. After centuries, a door opened at last. And she bore a soul unshaken, even at the border of life and death. The most perfect vessel I have ever known. Besides, suffering is a gift. Through it, she learned the true meaning of strength. Fate showed her countless tragedies, stirring her compassion, but robbing her of the power to save. They gave her a second life, but what I offered was a path to wrest her strength back from fate. And that is what she chose. She walks this path with zeal, never resting, as if every misery in the world were born of her own weakness. Oh, and there are 4 more like me in her now. Ah, I almost forgot. Of course, one must not forget the flame demon herself, Gal Brenner.
At this point, the Galbrina feels like her true name. But what was her real name?
That you must ask her yourself.
You came.
Hope I'm not too late.
Not too late, not too early. Right on time. One side each. Ah. Guardian of the Dark Tide, a mortar. We meet again. I tried to clear the path for you, but that thing got in my way.
You handled all the monsters along the way by yourself.
More or less. Too many roads led here, and I couldn't be sure which one you'd take. So I wanted to make it easy, whichever way you chose.
You've already helped more than enough.
One last thing.
You didn't have to go so far, Discord Slayer. Take what's left of me. This flicker of a soul won't last much longer anyway.
Just hang in there. I'll find a way to save your frequency.
You don't have to carry it all yourself.
Thank you.
Human frequencies dull the pain of absorption. Why not let them serve a purpose? Burn them before they turn.
I did it because I wanted to. Not everything needs a reason.
Ha! I gave you power, not so you would squander it on sentiment. Unleash your true nature. Terror, slaughter. That is what you are made for.
Your time's up. Crawl back to where you belong.
Looks like you've got him on a leash.
Taming him isn't the hard part. Becoming stronger than him is. Oh, and keeping him hungry enough to feed on my terms.
Do not mistake this for triumph, Galbrina. This battle will not end until one of us is dead.
Really? I think Abby is a lot cuter. That power you used, was it the Sentinel's power of separation? And that incredible little one. No wonder Kartetia had the nerve to propose such a mad plan. Even here, the Paradise's frequency isn't stable, which means Leviathan hasn't completely seized control. So, looks like part one of the plan worked.
You bear the Dark Tide's power, but you are no Harbinger.
Good. We can avoid a lengthy explanation. If you're looking for the Harbinger too, you must have seen it. The apocalypse Leviathan will bring forth. It was meant to remain restrained by the Sentinel, but I feel it stirring again. I followed its frequency and found you.
Most of Leviathan's power resides in me, but a fragment escaped. I've been tracking the one who carries that power.
That gem was cast into the Dark Tide. If this is where things are at, that leads to only one conclusion. Leviathan is about to resurrect. Freed from the Sentinel's hold, it's returned to its primal state in the Dark Tide, like water returning to the sea. We must trap its frequency before we can destroy it.
Or we can use me. Leviathan's instinct will draw it to reclaim what was once part of itself. The godhood inside me.
But that godhood has fused with your humanity. Their frequencies are nearly identical now.
That's exactly how we trap it. When Leviathan awakens, it won't distinguish. It will devour all frequencies blindly. If I offer my humanity, I'll become an anchor, give form to formlessness, and trap its frequency in one place. And if it's now hiding in the Dark Tide, I know you have a way of sending my humanity into it, right?
And I suppose you know the cost.
I do. But I have faith in those who strive to protect this land. In him. And in you. The Dark Tide can't read either one of our minds. Only we can do this. Discord Slayer, let me be your first bullet. Fire me into Leviathan's heart.
When the time comes, I'll kill you in front of them. To convince Leviathan of your necessary death.
Then I shall leave the rest to you. Thank you for choosing to be misunderstood, hated, and for putting your life at risk. Thank you for your resolve, Discord Slayer.
With the Sentinel's Sword of Divinity, we split her godhood from her humanity, leaving the divine within her. Then, Leviathan can't truly distinguish the signals it receives. It's blinded by what people believe. By tricking the one closest to the Blessed Maiden into accepting her death, we lowered its guard. Now that Kartetia has trapped its frequency, all that's left is to gather strength, reach the Paradise, and finish Leviathan. Even I'm not arrogant.
Does the song have a name?
They're usually named after the one who recorded them.
So, your real name is...
I'll tell you when this is all over. Call it a promise. A promise that we both make it back in one piece. If you're ready, let's go. You know how to use the Sentinel's original power, don't you? Then change the world if something gets in your way.
Why are there so many enemies here?
Leviathan's kingdom. It created them itself. Nothing more than empty husks.
What should we do? Should we avoid them?
No. We slay them all.
You'd say that?
They need no mercy. Their rest awaits. Fight fire with fire.
Let's break. One with sounds. Down with curtain.
Speak of the devil. Find my trigger. Enter Hell's Gate.
Scorched to
Painted hellfire.
devour them all.
Wind and revelation. One with sounds. None shall whisper.
You can't escape me. Behave now. I've come to send you to your grave.
A fresh face.
Rise from hellfire. Devour. Fight fire with fire.
Let's break.
One with sounds. Down with curtain.
Behave now. Painted hell. The hunt ends here.
Time to go.
Another mortal thrown at us. Oh, bring it on. This song is about to hit the chorus.
None shall whisper. It's over.
Some faint melodies disrupted the rhythm. Try switching worlds. Finally, we've arrived. The true gateway to hell.
Shining with your love, we stand united in devotion. With hearts full of joy.
The dead grow tongues and sing praise day and night. That's what's become of those consumed by the dark tide. If the journey...
Look at them, lining up to flatter their divinity, groveling for its grace. Without Leviathan's wisdom, feeble minds like theirs,
ceaseless worship,
all to gather more believers to be drawn.